forward picture. I've had some lessons with another instructor, but I've never ever met you before. But I have had all my lessons in the car exactly the same as this, so I'm familiar with the controls, yeah? He said today we were going to look at my use of mirrors and this emergency stop, which I'm really nervous about. Yeah, so my name's Tony, so unless you've got any questions. So I'm at the partly trained level, and the subject is use of mirrors and the emergency stop.
Hi Tony.
All right,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm your instructor for today. I've been specifically asked to have a look at mirrors with you.
All right,
and the emergency stop.
Yeah, I'm very nervous about it.
Well, there's nothing really to be worried about, really. You find that some people do emergency stops all the time because they don't anticipate anything, and you get other people that might drive through life and do very little. The main difference is that you should be able to anticipate. If our anticipation is good, you know, then we can foresee a lot of these problems, you know, coming before we actually have to do an emergency stop. But we have to practice this because there is going to be occasions that perhaps a child runs out or an animal runs out in front of you. This can happen. Right, I'm going to take you to a safe location to do this.
All right.
Just on your lessons, have you ever had to brake sharply or actually have to do an emergency stop?
No, I've never
along the way there.
Stop, no.
Right. Well, on the way there, we're going to have a look at mirrors.
All right.
Okay, and the importance of mirrors.
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to get yourself set up, just whilst you're setting yourself up, what's the difference between the middle mirror and the right hand mirror?
Oh, flat glass and convex glass.
And what difference does that make, Tony?
True picture, and makes everything look further away and smaller.
Absolutely, right. If you just do that with your left hand, Tony, and sit back in your driving seat as you would normally, that might make things easier. Because if you're having to move every time you're looking at your mirror, it's going to cause you a few problems.
Yeah.
Again, you're going to have to sit right back in your seat, Tony, in your normal driving position, because otherwise you're going to be moving your head. Tony, you just need to move your head right back and just sit in the normal driving position as you would. Okay, are they set?
Yep.
What can you see in this mirror here?
I can see, without moving my head, I can see the whole of the back window.
Ish.
And a bit of my head restraint. And I can see the corner of your window, so I can see the top and bottom of the window.
Good.
A bit of my head restraint in the corner of your window.
Good. And your right hand door mirror?
Oh, I can see the door handles, and I can see the sky coming in the top and the road in the middle.
And your left hand door mirror?
And the same, but the curb coming in the middle.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, if you start the engine up, Tony.
All right.
What we're going to do is we'll just talk through mirrors as we're going along, Tony.
All right.
All right. You know, I know you've done them before, but
yeah.
I'll just prompt you and we'll have a look. Right, before we move away from here, Tony, just put your handbrake on.
All right.
All right. Just before, what mirrors are you going to check as we pull away here?
The left and the right.
And the mirror.
Sorry.
Middle mirror.
Oh, middle.
Right hand mirror.
Oh yeah.
Going to check the middle mirror.
Yeah.
All right, because that's a true reflection of a distance and speed behind us, and we're going to check the right hand mirror.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because we've got to see what's coming up there outside there. We're also going to check our blind spot.
Oh yeah.
You know, do you know what your blind spot is, Tony?
Oh yeah, between the head restraint and the door pillar.
All right. Well, you actually got to move your head and move your body round to have a look at that blind spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So as we pull away, Tony, what mirrors are you checking?
Middle and right.
Middle mirror, Tony, right hand mirror.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right, Tony. So middle mirror, Tony.
Oh yeah.
Middle mirror.
Oh yeah.
Right hand mirror.
Oh yeah.
Indication.
All right.
Right, Tony, we're going into a new road here. So what mirrors are you going to check?
Oh, the left one and the right one.
Middle mirror, Tony.
All right. Yeah.
Middle mirror, Tony.
Yeah.
Right hand mirror.
All right.
Checking the right hand mirror. Do you know what reason we're checking the right hand mirror?
Something to do with overtaking, isn't it?
All right. If something was overtaking us, what would we do?
I'd let them go, wouldn't I?
Let them go. Why is it important to let them go?
They could go into an oncoming vehicle, couldn't they?
Yeah, and we don't want to cause that. So we're going to have to just go around this van here. So what are we doing, Tony? Middle mirror?
Oh yeah.
Middle mirror, Tony?
Yeah.
Right hand mirror, Tony?
Yeah.
Right hand mirror,
right,
Tony?
Yeah.
All right. Why are we looking in our right hand mirror? Just
in case anybody overtakes me, innit?
There's a car coming up here, Tony. Middle mirror, right hand mirror, because we're going to have to be going round them.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right at the end, Tony. Middle mirror, Tony.
Oh yeah.
Right hand mirror, Tony.
Right, yeah.
Indicator.
Yeah. I know how to indicate.
And And the reason we look in that middle mirror, Tony, and that right hand mirror when we're going to do a right hand turn is what reason?
Oh, distance and speed, isn't it?
We are.
Yeah.
New road, Tony, what mirrors do we check?
Middle mirror and right mirror.
Why are we checking the right hand mirror?
See if anybody's overtaken me.
And if someone was overtaking us?
I'll let them go, wouldn't I?
And if we didn't take that action and we didn't let them go past us, what do you think the consequences of that would be?
They'd probably hit an oncoming vehicle, wouldn't they?
And why is it so important to check the middle mirror?
Distance and speed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a true reflection. Tony, when we pull in, you've got to check your middle mirror,
Alright.
and you've got to check your left mirror.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, the importance of checking the middle mirror again, you've already told me you get the true reflection
Alright,
behind.
yeah.
But also, we've got to be careful of cyclists and
And
motorcyclists.
we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. Cyclists and motorcyclists on our near side. Mirrors again,
Oh,
Tony.
yeah.
Left hand mirror. Now we're going to be going into a new road here, Tony. So what mirrors are you going to be checking as soon as we get into this new road?
Middle and right.
Right. Why are we checking those mirrors?
Distance and speed, and see if anybody's overtaken me, innit?
Good. And then what would happen if someone was overtaking
I'll
us?
let them go.
Good.
And we're going to turn left.
Going to turn left, Tony. So middle mirror, Tony.
Alright. And left one, yeah.
Why is it important to check this left hand mirror?
I'll just see what's coming, innit?
In particular, what are we looking for in this mirror?
Cars.
And well, cars aren't going to overtake us on that side. So what are we looking for on the left hand side?
Small cars.
Cyclists.
Cyclists, yeah.
Cyclists.
Yeah.
Two wheelers
Alright.
who are much more vulnerable than we are.
Alright.
So again, Tony, we're going to be going into a new road. So what mirrors are we checking as we go into the new road?
After I'm in the new road.
Now you're in the new road.
Middle.
Yep.
And right.
Good. Why are we checking the middle mirror?
I'll see what's following me and what's behind me.
Yep. And why are we checking the right hand
I'll
mirror?
see if anybody's overtaken me.
And if we were overtaking us,
I'd let them go, wouldn't I?
and what does that prevent?
Prevent that great big Volvo there, innit?
That's good. So we check our mirrors every time we change speed or direction, Tony.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. So what mirror are you checking?
Middle and left.
What mirror? We've got to check it if you tell me,
Alright,
Tony.
yeah.
Right. So what did you see in your middle mirror there?
I saw that vehicle quite close behind me.
Right, so what effect did that have?
It meant I could slow down a tiny bit earlier, couldn't it?
Good. Well, that's the importance of checking the mirror, innit?
Right,
And that's
yeah.
a true reflection because
Yeah.
when we look in either mirror and we'd seen it in our mirror, they'd have probably looked a little bit further away there. That's why we always look in our middle
Right.
mirror
And
for
we're
a
gonna
true
turn
reflection.
left.
And we're going to turn left, Tony. So tell me what mirrors you're checking.
Middle, left.
And while we're checking the left-hand mirror for
Cyclist,
left-hand
isn't it?
turn.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't catch me on that one again. And if we stop on the left too.
And the new road, Tony.
Middle, left.
And then we just stop on the left here.
And this would be a suitable area to do the emergency stop.
Lovely. I'll just get your book up. Right, just to recap on mirrors, Tony. Okay. Why do we use the middle mirror first always?
Distance and speed.
Okay. And if we're going to do a right-hand turn and we check that right-hand mirror, what exactly are we looking for in that right-hand mirror?
Anybody overtaking me?
All right. Is that a true reflection, or are you going to
No.
get a distorted
No,
figure?
it makes everything look smaller, doesn't it?
Good. And if we're coming up to a junction and we're going to turn left, we check our middle mirror and what mirror?
The left one.
And why is it so important to check this one?
Cyclist, isn't it?
Good. Yeah. And if we're going into a new road, what mirrors do we check when we
Middle
are
and
in-
right.
Okay. Why is it so important to check the right-hand mirror?
See if anybody's overtaken me.
And if someone was overtaking you,
I'd let them go.
good. And what does that prevent?
They might, because they might hit a car coming down the road head on, wouldn't they?
Good. Right. We're going to do emergency stops now.
Alright, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a little brief, and all those things I've told you about mirrors. All right. When it comes to emergency stop, we don't. Okay, but only when we do the emergency stop.
Alright.
Now there are certain things that affect an emergency stop. You know, I mean, if we start across the top here, really, you know, as I say, anticipation is the most important thing here. All right, because if we can anticipate, you know, some of the things that are going to happen in front of us, then it saves all these problems of having to do an emergency stop, because we can account for it a lot earlier and take a course of action, which means that we're already slowing down before something actually happens in front of us. So for example, if it was school time, you know, which is indicated usually by the warning sign there. You know, if we're driving through a school area at 30 miles an hour, you know, then we can fully expect the child to pull out in front of us or run out in front of us, which means we'd have to do an emergency stop. Whereas if we're doing an appropriate speed for driving through there and then keeping our eyes left and right and between cars, you know, it may stop us having to do an emergency stop if one of those kids pulls out in front of us. Other things that might affect us when we do the emergency stop is obviously loose chippings on the road, you know, which is obviously going to extend our braking distance, and obviously a slippery road.
All right.
Okay, good, right. What we're looking for here really is that it can happen at any time, any place. Okay, under these conditions, you know, what I'm going to ask you to do at some point is do an emergency stop. All right, how we go about that is that I'm going to give you the instruction to stop, okay, which is going to be a hand up and the word stop, okay, and in which case you are going to react to that. All right. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do then is because you'll probably have your foot on the accelerator pedal as we're going along. All right, you're going to take your foot off the accelerator pedal and you're going to put it onto the brake pedal and you're going to brake firmly and progressively.
All right.
Okay, but you're going to have to do it quickly. Okay, because time here is of the essence. It's actually paramount because the quicker we can stop the car, the less chance we have of actually crashing into something. So what I'm going to do is, why don't we try that now? Why don't you put your foot on the...
I tried the end.
all right. So when it comes to steering, all right, we're going to keep our hands still on the wheel. Okay, we can, because of these new cars, we have a thing called anti-lock brakes on the cars, which helps us, you know, with our braking. What it does is it actually, to the point that we're just the wheels are just about to start skidding, it actually releases the brake and then puts the brakes back on again. All right, which means it's stopping the car in the quickest amount of time. All right, you'll actually feel that in the brake pedal, because when it takes the brake off, you actually get a little kick back off it, so you know that the anti-lock brakes are kicking in. All right, so don't be put off if you feel that kickback.
Right.
You've still got to keep your foot, you know, press firmly down as firm as you can. Firm as you can. Okay. It's probably a good time to mention in some older cars that don't have anti-lock brakes. All right, when the car starts to skid, we do something called cadence braking. You know, but as I say, most modern cars have anti-lock brakes, but cadence braking is where the wheels start to skid, you know, and you're not going to be able to stop the car skidding. So what you do is you take your foot off the brake and then you apply it straight back again. What that does is that gets the wheels moving again and gets the brakes working on the wheel. Okay, but as I say, unless you buy a particularly old car, then that's not going to happen. The other good thing about the anti-lock brakes, and it means you can actually steer, you know, whilst you're braking. Okay, which if you were in a car that didn't have an anti-locking brake system, you know, then when you're skidding, you're mainly going straight on. But for the purposes of this exercise today, I will not ask you to steer. Okay, you would just keep your hands on the wheel. You just keep your hands on the wheel. Okay, when we end up coming to a stop, okay, we're going to depress the clutch. I'll put the clutch down at the very end so the car doesn't stall, but that's not the be all and end all really. And then what we're going to do is we're going to you don't use your mirrors, all right? Under no circumstances look in your mirrors, because that look in the mirror really is going to take us on really. We're then going to secure the vehicle on the road. We're going to put the handbrake on, put it into neutral, put it into first gear. We're going to prepare ourselves to go, all right? And then once we've done all round observations, then we're going to pull off to the side of the road, and then we're going to have a little chat about it.
All right.
Okay. At 20 miles an hour, this is just a little reference. At 20 miles an hour in normal conditions, you know, it's going to take us 40 feet to stop. At 30 miles an hour, so it just gives a bit of a reflection, you know, of what we're doing. Okay. If we do get to a situation that the car is starting to skid, because sometimes especially if you're braking at speed, then the front of the car is slowing quicker than the back of the car, and the back of the car starts to swing round, you know, and starts to try and overtake the front. what we do there is we actually what we call steering into the steering into the slide. All right, so you actually steer the way the back of the car's going, but you don't put too much of a steer on, otherwise the car's just going to flick back and forth from one side to the other depending on which way you're steering. So what you do is, if you feel the car sliding from the back, whichever way the car's sliding, then you're just going to steer into it, okay, and that should straighten the car up. It is quite complicated.
Do you mean if the back of the car is sliding to the left, I steer left?
Yeah.
If it's sliding to the right, I steer right?
Yeah.
I understand that bit.
Yeah.
I'm a bit...
I just thought you might like to know the essence of it, but obviously not there. All right, but yeah, that's the bottom line there. Right,
okay.
so that's the brief
hold
there.
the brief there. Yeah, if you just go back to the brief a minute. Yeah? That'll roll. Start at the bottom and work your way up. Yeah? You tend to go off in a bit of a tangent, which makes it gets it a bit longer. Yeah, you started off quite nicely here, yeah? Yeah, the way to avoid an emergency stop is check your surroundings. If I had a vehicle very close behind me, a large vehicle very close behind me, I would actually take about 10 mile an hour off my speed, yeah? If I'm driving in an area where I see a school sign, especially if it's school out time or school going in time, I would take 10 mile an hour off my speed, yeah? Same as if I saw loose gravel. Yeah?
Yep.
Not going to check the mirrors. We need quick reaction, firm and progressive braking. Keep both hands on the wheel, don't steer. Just before we stop, we're going to put the clutch down. After we stop, we're going to secure the vehicle, prepare the car, check all around us, and then drive on, yeah?
Yeah.
And then bring in the ABS and the cadence braking, and then mention the skidding.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
So what's this consolidation you want to do?
Oh yeah. Right. What I'd like you to do, I'd like to have a little go.
Yeah, check that out.
All right. We'll have a little practice of going from the accelerator pedal. So if you just put your foot on the on the accelerator pedal, you know, and then as quick as you can, I want you to transfer it when I say now, but not now. Next time I say now, and when you transfer it from the accelerator pedal onto the brake pedal. So now.
Oh, you mean stop? You mean?
Stop then.
All right.
Stop.
All right.
It's got to be quicker than that.
All right.
All right. In fact, I might even race you.
All right.
Okay. So what you've got to do is try and beat me onto the brake pedal.
No, man, like you
all right.
no chance, is it?
On your marks, get set, go. And again, go.
Oh, that's quick, isn't it?
See? So that's what you want to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Go. See, I won that one. Right. So that's what you want to do, really. Okay. And as you say, it's timing is of the essence, really.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So if we start the car up.
And what are you going to do? And you want me to stop?
I'm going to put my hand up and I'm going to say stop. That will be the last time I say stop until I actually ask you to
Anywhere you
stop.
going to look before?
I'm going to end up looking behind me, okay? But do not react to me looking out the back window, because it may not be safe to, okay? And what I'll do is at the very end of when we do stop, okay, at the very last seconds of braking, all right, I'm going to ask you to put the clutch down, okay, which should stop us stalling. But if we do stall, then it's no problem. Stop! Right, if you just put the handbrake on, Tony, put it into prepared to go. And do your stop all round observations, just have a good look in your mirrors all round, and then you've got to check your blind spot over your right hand shoulder there.
Oh, just my right shoulder.
Okay, all round actually, left hand shoulder and right hand shoulder.
Yeah,
so
which first?
Look over your left shoulder first.
Right.
Good all round observations, all the way around to the right. Have a good look over your right hand shoulder.
Oh yes.
Through the blind spot there, and then if we can just go up a little bit and pull over to the left hand side.
Yeah.
Just pull over to the. You've got to consider a signal too. Okay, right, if you just secure the car. Right.
That's good, wasn't it?
You can't look in your mirrors. Alright, mirrors are costing you time there.
Right.
Okay, and I know the temptation is to look in the mirrors, but what's happening there is if you look in your mirrors, we are going forward another 2 or 3 car lengths more than we actually should do. Okay, what you've got to consider is we've either got a child running out in front of us or something coming out in front of us that if we hit, we are going to stop dead.
Right.
Okay?
Go and practice again?
Let's have a practice again, but do not use those mirrors. Okay, now just wait. All right, as we're going to pull off, got to check your blind spot. All right, so you need all round observation, and then off we go again.
Now we're going to turn.
Now I'm going to turn right. Stop! Right, put your handbrake on, Tony. Engage first gear. Put it into first gear. All round observations over my left, Tony, left hand shoulder here, all the way behind me, all the way around, and don't forget your blind spot over your right shoulder. And then we're just going to pull up in front of this car left, just nice and easy clutch control, Tony, and then pull over to the left hand side. And then, right, listen, just after we stop,
Hang on. I'd forget the emergency stop for a minute because that's not the bit you're going to fail on at the moment, yeah? How many subjects are you teaching me today?
mirrors
And,
emergency stop.
yeah. Did the mirrors go all the way through this manoeuvre? Because I've managed to pull in twice now after the emergency stops without any checks in the mirrors at all, yeah?
Right, Miles.
Yeah? So what should you have said to me just before I pulled in?
Check your middle mirror, left hand mirror.
No, what should you have said to me? Don't forget, you have put money in the bank on these,
What
haven't you?
mirrors are you checking?
What mirrors am I checking? Yeah, yeah. I was trying to give you a lifeline that I'm not doing them by coming in really quick. Yeah, yeah. It's really important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really crucial. Yeah. I'm not going to do the mirrors on the way in, and I'm not going to do the mirrors in the blind spot on the way out without a prompt. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So what are you going to say with the emergency stop?
No, it's very good. It's very good. Yeah, that was my fault for not saying clutch at the very end there, you know. But yeah, no, I thought that was okay.
Try again.
Yeah. Right, stop there, Tony. Stop. Okay. Before you pull away, all right. What mirrors are you going to check?
That one, that one, that one.
All right. Why are you checking the middle one?
Oh, this is the speed.
And why are you checking the right hand?
See if anybody's overtaken.
All right. And what else are we going to check before we move
Oh,
on?
that's it, isn't it?
You're going to have to check your blind spot
Oh,
on
yeah,
the right hand
yeah,
side.
yeah.
Okay. So now we've pulled out, Tony, what mirrors are we checking?
Middle and right.
Good. And why are we checking the right hand mirror?
Now see if anybody's overtaken.
Good.
So we're going to do another one?
Yeah. So as we go around the corner here, Tony, what mirrors are you checking?
Middle and right.
Stop! If you put your handbrake on, Tony, engage first, but before we move anywhere, you're going to have to check your mirrors and your blind spot, Tony. So which mirrors are you checking?
Middle one.
Yep.
That one, and the blind spot.
Look over your blind spot. Right, I'm just going to ask you to pull over a little bit further down here, Tony, but as we're pulling up, I need you to check which mirrors.
Oh, I thought there was somebody coming down the inside of me there. I thought there was a woman running down the pavement.
Just have a look in this one then, Tony.
Right.
Look in this blind spot here.
What's the observations after an emergency stop?
All round observations.
Yeah, where's the start?
Over your right shoulder, left shoulder. Over your left shoulder, left shoulder, all the way around.
Yeah.
And over your right shoulder.
And you want me to stop?
And I want you to stop. What mirrors are you checking before we stop?
Middle and left.
And what are we considering?
Signal. Don't need to worry too much about the signal side,
Okay.
yeah?
Yeah.
That felt really good.
Right, the emergency stop was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The observations were a little bit lacking on my behalf coming away there. Missed this little bit here. But
Yeah,
we'll be
yeah. What
doing
did I
that
do
again.
wrong in the emergency stop then?
You put the clutch down too early.
The old anti-lock brake system was working overtime there, wasn't it?
It was,
Yeah.
Right, the reason we don't put the clutch down too early is because the clutch in itself or the engine itself has its own inbuilt braking system. Okay, so there is an engine brake in there, that helps us to stop. And when we're going to stop, when we're trying to stop as quick as possible, then every little bit helps there.
Could you help me with that on the next one?
I will try and help you with that
Alright.
on the next one. Okay. So don't touch the brake until the clutch until I say put the
Okay,
clutch down,
right.
which should be at the very last stages of
Yeah.
braking when we come to a stop. Okay. Right. If you prepare the car, don't move anywhere to start with. Right. What observations are we going to make now, Tony?
The mirrors.
Before you go, Tony, you need to have a look
Oh,
over your
that blind
eyes
spot,
in
yeah.
your blind spot. Okay.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. So what are we looking at, Tony?
Middle and right.
And in the new road.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right again, Tony. And what mirrors are you checking on the approach to there, Tony?
Middle and right.
And why are you checking your right-hand mirror?
See if anybody's overtaken me.
Yeah.
And we're going to take the next turn into the right.
And we're going to take the next turn in the right. So just talk me about which ones you're doing.
Middle
Tony.
right.
And why is it so important to check the right-hand one?
Anybody overtaken me?
And if they were overtaken?
Let them go. No, so they might hit somebody head on. And turning right.
And we're going to turn right, Tony. So what mirrors are we checking there?
Middle right.
And stop. Clutch. Good. Doesn't matter where we've stalled it, just start the engine up, Tony, and then we prepare ourselves to move. Just make sure we don't move before we do all our observations. So over your left hand
Start
shoulder,
with the left one, yeah.
and
Scan
then tell
all
me
the
where
way
you're
around.
going. Good.
Okay.
And we're just going to pull up in front of this car here.
Right.
But what mirrors are we going to check as I
Middle and left.
Good. Right, Tony. That was very good. I didn't get the shout of clutch in, probably just early enough. But if it stalls, it stalls. We've still managed to stop the car.
Yeah, felt quite controlled,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah, we've stopped the car in the shortest possible time we can. So all in all, that was very good there. Should we?
Try another one?
Should we have another go?
Yeah.
Just before we move, Tony.
Yeah.
Just tell me what observations you're doing, please.
All the mirrors. Yeah, all the mirrors.
And what else are we going to do?
That
before
blind
we-
spot, yeah.
We're going to have to go for the blind spot. So what mirrors were we checking when we pulled away there, Tony?
Middle and right.
And what are we checking for in those mirrors?
No, distance and speed and anybody overtaken.
Good.
Okay, get a step in front. Oh, you can't do it. And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right, Tony. So just tell me what mirrors you're
Middle and
checking.
right.
And why is it so important to check that right-hand mirror?
In case anybody overtaken.
And if they were overtaking you?
Let them go on it.
Yeah.
And we're going to turn right.
Good. And what mirrors are we going to check as we go into the new road, or when we're
After I
in the
get in
new
the
road?
new road.
When we're in the new
Middle
road.
and right.
Good.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. good mirror work.
Oh, thank you.
And why specifically the right-hand mirror?
Oh, see if anybody's overtaken.
Good. Stop. Right, handbrake on, and then he just prepares to go. And just make sure you do all your observations before
Oh,
you
yeah,
start.
got to check all the way around to the
Yeah.
left. Along there, ahead, there, and to the right.
Good. What we're going to do is we're just going to pull up in front of this red
Oh.
car here, but what mirrors are you going to check?
Ah, middle and left.
Good. And why are we specifically looking at the left-hand mirror here?
Could be a cyclist coming in here, so
Good. If there was a cyclist there, what would we do?
I would let him go on that. So I'll squash him.
Yeah, good. Right. Now, just a little bit slow with the transfer from the accelerator to the brake pedal there. Just don't need to be that bit quicker.
Oh, right.
That's all. Okay. So do you want to have another little practice at that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, good
Right.
idea, yeah.
Right. Yeah. The main thing is really, you know, we're talking about the consequences of what we're trying to stop happening. All right. So as soon as we can get this car to stop, then we need to get it stopped as quickly as we possibly can. All right. So by us just slowly moving from the accelerator pedal to the brake pedal, then our travelling distance is probably another 2 or 3 car lengths, which we which we can ill afford to happen if something's happening in
Give
front
me a
of us.
practice right then?
Yeah, you can practice. Okay, so when I say stop, you know, just push that brake pedal down as hard as you can. You know, stop, and once more, stop. You need to do it a little bit faster.
Right,
there has to be urgency there.
Yeah.
All right, it has to be quite a sort of almost an urgent act. You know,
right.
So
Yeah.
stop. That's it. That's exactly what I want.
Uh-huh.
Try it once more. Stop. Good. Right. So should we go off and try that again?
Yeah.
Right. What's your observations you're making? Tony?
In the mirror there.
Yeah.
In the mirror there. Blind spot. And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right, Tony, please.
Try to keep us away from them skunk kids.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a nightmare. Stop. Handbrake and then into first gear.
Turn.
Right,
Come
don't
on.
go anywhere.
Have
Good
to
look
look
around.
all around there. All around there. All around
In your
there.
blind spot. And then what we'll do is we'll go around the corner, Tony,
Oh.
and then we're going to pull over on the left-hand side, checking what mirrors as we pull over.
Middle and left.
Yeah.
Okay. You can have a relax. Thank you there. I'm surprised I caught you out with the mirrors on that one.
Hey? Yeah. I was. I tell you what I was doing. I was trying to work out why you're driving so fast away from it, and I obviously never related. I thought I was gonna. Yeah, I was having to deal with why you're driving away so fast, and I was thinking clutch control. I thought this has got nothing to do with clutch control, and I couldn't quite work it out. But now you said it, the bell rung.
Yeah, I was giving you a lifeline there when I was going past the cars. I was coming in really quick. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lifeline to give you a wake-up call to realise that the mirrors go all the way. The mirror element goes all the way through. Yeah.
It's a good lesson. It's a good lesson to say that it doesn't stop as soon as I.
It's you know, you might not. You know, all you have to do is ask. Yeah, it's a prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you give a prompt, you probably get the right answer. But we don't give a prompt on the mirrors and the blind spot before moving away.
No, absolutely.
But you certainly got to make sure they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The emergency stop exercise was pretty much spot on. We're just getting a little bit long-winded on the briefs. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're going with there. Yeah.
Have a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll let you borrow the book tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. You're going to take it home with you tonight.
I've actually I haven't printed them off, but I've got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got it. I just
yeah.
haven't printed it off. But yeah, I'd say I only got it last night. I meant to print them off last night, but I never quite got around to it.
That's all right.
So I've got them to look at. That's the main thing.
Let me get that first.
Yeah.